Right now we have with us our special guest joining us today for the episode, and he goes by the name Seth Fury. How are you?
Good. Thanks
Happy
for
New
having me.
Year,
Thank
of
you,
course.
you too.
So, you have this amazing company and everything. So I want you to tell us, you are the founder of Hands of Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that company. What is that about? Is it just about filling out women, touching?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just kidding.
A lot of people think that, so it's good you asked that. So we're a massage therapy company.
Okay.
We've been around for about going on 6 years now, and we basically I wanted to introduce massage therapy in a different light than what most people see it as. I think it's very common for people to talk about fitness and the whole getting in shape life, but nobody really focuses on recovery. I think it's always like some dark secret, someone's in a dark room, no one really knows what takes place, but no one ever highlighted it, actually put it in like a video form for people to physically see it and experience it, unless you were in that room by yourself. So I just felt like I could put a different, more youthful and entertaining twist on it, and that's kind of how we started to blow up on social media.
Okay.
It's by showcasing a very important aspect of health and wellness in our own unique type of way that we've been doing, and I think that's really what Hands of Fury defines. It's more like a lifestyle, and it's just more, it's entertaining, and I think people just really see us in a different lane than typical, Burke Williams or different other spas. You know what I mean? So I love it. We've been around just pushing, and it took a little while for us to get started, but now here we are 6 years later, and we're starting to develop a very unique and amazing brand. So I'm very, very happy about it.
Well, I know you're from Boston, right? Which you moved to LA, to pursue your passion, which I commend anyone who moves from their home, leaves the nest to go and pursue. I admire you for that. But I also know that you came here originally for music.
Yeah.
How did it go from music to, this massage lifestyle company?
So I've been here for 10 years. And I think what it is I went to Berkeley, and that was like my everything. That was my whole dreams in life. I drove across country. I was interning at Warner Brothers, and everything was music for the first 4 years. And I think what happens is I've always been very skilled in a lot of different things. I did the personal training, I was doing the massage therapy, the music, I was doing interior design, and I had a hard time figuring out which lane was going to be the one that I actually pursued. And I think when I did everything, nobody really respected me for one thing. They kind of just saw me as like a jack of all trades, which is not the way you really want to go. So at some point, you have to figure out, okay, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're only going to be in your 20s and 30s once, and it's not as if you couldn't have. I could have stayed with the music, and who knows where it could have went.
Right.
I still love it. I still always do it, but I felt like I had a more unique lane that I could be more well known for if I went this direction. So I kind of put it on pause. And I don't see it as quitting on the music at all. I just kind of see it as I just pursued a different direction that I also had a huge passion for. And I think the biggest thing, you just have to find what makes you excited to wake up and go to work and, involve all the skills that you've acquired over the years of your life and put it into one thing, So nothing's ever a waste, you know what I mean? All the stuff that I learned in school, I can now apply to what I do now, you know what I mean? So video production is on point, music, film scoring, everything is all a collaboration of my skills that I've acquired, and that's what makes this lane so unique, but it's so fun though. So it's a lot of people have a lot of different skills and don't know which one to pursue, and I think that's the most confusing part, especially in your 20s, because you just have so much, dreams and aspirations, but it's at some point you're gonna hit a point where you're just okay, I got it, this is my lane, this is what I feel most unique in, and I'm gonna just blow this up,
It is funny that you bring that up. Y'all can chime in if y'all agree, but I remember personally for me, and I used to have conversations with Carlton at Starbucks, and I tell him all the time, oh yeah, I'm planning on doing this, and I want to do that, and then I want to film this, and I want to dance in that, and he you can't be a jack of all trades and be a master of none. So you really got to figure out what is that one thing that you can start with. But at the time, I wasn't really understanding that. I was feeling what you mean I can't do it all? Yes, I can. Who's gonna stop me? But going through the journey and touching that fire, you feel me? He told me don't touch the stove because it's hot, and I still touched it, and I learned okay, it makes sense. It's not the fact that you can't do it all. but you need some kind of strategy, and you do have to, figure like take it one step at a time. Really put an order, get some organization behind it, and then I'm like, okay, it all makes sense. About 3 years later. Thank you, Carlton. But like, what about you guys? Am I the only one? We the only one?
Finding your niche. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm still in that journey of finding what is my niche, what is the perfect thing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Because people will tell you, project to you, and tell you what you should be doing. It happens to me all the time. Like, oh, I can see you doing this, or you should be doing that, or if you do like this on Instagram. It's like, no, that's not me. I feel comfortable with that.
Yes.
I would have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's more so finding your niche and more so finding, that too. We can all say I can do this and I can do. You just gotta find your niche.
Right.
I'm gonna let everybody speak on that, and then I'm gonna tell you about Miss Everything.
Okay, Miss Everything. Go ahead, shut us down real quick.
I can definitely relate to what both of you guys are saying. Like with me, I'm doing films, photography, and music. I just started doing music last year, so it's still a lot that I have to learn about that business and aspect of it.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not really in it to try and blow up. It's more so just therapy for myself. You get me?
I like
So
that.
I know for sure my niche is filmmaking and photography. That's what I'm known for. That's what's going to provide, help me provide for my family. But I don't see. I enjoy doing music and being able to create in every lane that I'm able to, as far as like shooting my own music videos and editing my own pictures, stuff like that. But in all, I'm able to tie it all in to where when people see me, they know I do all this stuff.
Right.
And they know I'm able to execute.
No, because I was going to say too, like, you guys are mentioning you should find your niche, but would you also say, like, for those who are tuning in to understand, like, do you also mean find something that you're passionate about? Like, is that niche, like, another way of saying, like, the passion? That's what I want to know, like.
Yeah, I think it's almost like a curse to be talented at a lot of different things, because, like, you can do so many things great. And then, if you continue on that trajectory, like, you can be dope at all of these things. So it's like hard to tell which one to go towards. So especially if your purpose is locked in, like a lot of us, like even here when you were talking, like your music. If you look at your music and your massage therapy, you probably have the same purpose in all of it. Yeah. But it's like, okay, well, which one is going to be the one that like I choose to go down that journey? And for me, it's like I have to finally. I was talking earlier about like what I felt the universe was telling me. Because, if you asked me 3 months ago, even, like, I was throwing a bunch of shit at the wall just to see what sticks, and whatever stuck, I was going to go with that one when I was, right? And I think there's a beauty in that process. Like, it's a beauty of discovering yourself, because it's all self-discovery.
Yes, agreed.
But the way that I look at it is this. It's like, if Adrian, right? Buff guy, right?
We got a little muscle.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, like if he decided to like, all right, I'm gonna be a fitness dude today, right? I'm gonna do 1,000 sit-ups, I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups, right? Yeah, that's cool, and it will hurt. He'll feel sore the next day, but he's not gonna have the body that he wanted. It's what you do every day. It's what you do consistently over time that develops the results that you want to see for real. So it's like having that defined vision of what you want and then working every day towards that. It's like, what can you say, like, all right, I'm willing to dedicate X amount of time, X amount of years to this one thing until it becomes what it's supposed to become in my mind.
Right.
And for me, it's like now I finally felt like I'm at the point where I can choose. It feels good. It makes me excited. All those different criteria points check off.
Right.
So now I can dedicate my life to that.
Right, and I agree because, like you said, it makes you feel good. Like I feel like when you get a positive feeling about what you're doing, not necessarily just seeing rewards, but what you feel, with what you're doing. I think that's a thing that people have to really kind of consider when it comes to, finding your passion or living in your purpose, for sure.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with everyone here, and it's okay in having multiple passions. One of the things that I've learned about myself is that we need to work. I need to work smarter, not harder. So as I always relate this to like growing up playing basketball, but like I was always in the gym working out every time, but recovery is key. Yeah. So I think that with all of us like growing, where people were trying to find themselves, like yes, grind, but take care of yourself too. Find ways where you can work smarter to reach that goal. Time management is key, balance is key, rest is key. I feel like sometimes people growing up, they see people like, oh yeah, grind all day, no sleep or whatever, and I'm like, I need some sleep.
Period.
and everybody does.
No,
need
for
their sleep.
real.
But it's very important to take care of yourself too as you go towards these goals, because if something doesn't work, there's always an alternative way to make that same goal happen. But you just got to work smarter at it.
To sum all you guys up, everybody has what works for them, and to not piggyback, but to address what Nico said, like jack of all trades, master of none. I feel like you create your master. So with that being said, I've literally, hence this everything, I've literally picked up a camera, shot, edit, did makeup, cook food, from literally every job it can possibly be, besides picking up off the ground, every job that there is. And I was like, well, I like doing this. It makes me feel good. Like, this is my passion to like help others and putting a smile on somebody else's face, knowing I can help somebody who needs the help. It worked for me. That's why I did everything. Like, what do you need? You do styles. What do you need? Like, I'm here to help you, because helping you build your passion is building mine. Putting a smile on your face is giving me a lot of like love inside.
Right.
So I made that work for me, and I was like, well, let me compass everything that I do and put it in to my own thing.
Right.
And that fueled me.
Right.
So that gave me, my master of everything.
Right. Now.
I mean, can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah.
I think that's important too, because it's like, say like if you are, if you're you're in entertainment, and say yours is in film or photography. You master at that, and then you're like, okay, there's something else I want to do. I'm gonna delegate to somebody else. I got somebody working for me. I can start delegating people to do different things, and then that way you're able to start other things that you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna create this other business. Get that right. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. I think it just has to be done strategically done.
Right.
Because I love a lot of things too, but I'm like, I don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I want to get good at one thing, be known for that, and then I'm like, okay, I want to get in philanthropy. I want to get into educating, sitting on panels, and talking to younger girls, and inspiring, and doing other things, traveling and doing what I love to do.
Right.
I do believe in that, right? Like, building up one and then going to the next. But for people who are young and don't know what they're actually
try all of it.
Try all of it.
Oh, for sure. Trial and error.
Don't just stick to one thing like, I'm not going after nothing else.
Try everything.
You don't know. You're young. Like, your 20s is for figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? And like, we see a lot of people around us through social media, and we say, oh, I got to do this too. And it's, sometimes we don't even know we're comparing ourselves to others, and then all of a sudden you just have this emotion, you don't know why you feel a certain way, and it's because you compared yourself to that person. And you're like, oh, I'm not doing that, and you're not necessarily jealous or hating on them like in a negative way, but it's like, I want that too. So it's not a hating point of view sometimes, it's just like, oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
You know how to get out of that? I saw somebody who, is a relatively close friend or whatever, right? And I'll be looking at this person's life and like, man, that's amazing. Like, I wish that was cool. I ran into the person and he was looking up to me.
And that for real, that do the thing.
And it was because from his perspective, you got going against the grain. You are chosen your life path. You know what you want to do in life, versus the person who has and it's not even to say like a job is bad, because you got to tap in and tap out to be able to get money. You have to get money, whatever.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, do what you got to do. But I'm looking at this person who has this job and has this title, has this power because of that. But like, he's looking at everybody else who's happy.
Right. And that goes to show. Right. So you gotta focus on that.
Like, that's so important.
Right.
Getting self together versus like, because success is going to come either way. Some people focus on it the other way, like, oh, I'm financially or I'm wealthy in that way, but then some people are wealthy
with happiness. Period.
There are
Satisfaction.
And I've just embraced it. Before I hated it, I was like, man, I need to love myself. Like, I love myself, but do I really love myself? Do I pay attention to who I am? Do I have conversations with myself? And I started doing inventory of my day. Like, I used to do that. I was just moving and doing. Always busy. And I'm still busy because I'm like, I don't like being unproductive. It's hard for me. It's like, oh, I got free time? No, let me do something with this.
Right. Use that time.
But yeah,
And you know,
Sorry.
no,
I was gonna say, I think, kind of like you were touching on, people play a big part in sometimes how you decide your passion. I think a lot of times, like when I first